Hey everyone, and welcome to
The Utpat Sisters.
My name is Nishka.
My name is Kanchi.
So Kanchi, do you remember when we last spoke about the challenges of menstrual waste products disposal in many developing countries?
I do. And I also think that it's a topic that needs much more attention, especially considering the amount of difficulties that school-age girls and women face on the daily.
During our visits to India, we noticed how dense the population is and how small some of the shared living quarters are in many individuals' homes and the size of the bathrooms in many schools.
It makes us think about the challenges of menstrual waste disposal not only at home, but also in school as well. So that's why we wanted to revisit this topic to discuss the challenges that girls and women face with disposing their products, as well as the current practices of waste disposal, in addition to the possible solutions. First and foremost, we need to consider the current practices of menstrual waste disposal. Common methods include burning, burying, and throwing waste into open fields and rivers.
That's right, and unfortunately this can cause both environmental problems and pose health risks. For instance, burning sanitary pads can lead to the release of toxic fumes, which can cause air pollution and respiratory problems. And throwing the menstrual waste products into open fields and streams can cause both water contamination and soil contamination.
And when you consider the volume of waste, it is staggering. A single woman can generate up to 150 kilograms of non-biodegradable waste in her lifetime just from sanitary products alone. Multiply that by millions and you see the scale of the problem.
And the lack of proper disposal facilities only worsens this issue. Many public schools and public places in general don't have bins for menstrual waste products disposal, leading to unsafe disposal practices.
This brings up the topic of awareness and education. Many girls don't receive proper education on menstrual health and hygiene or on menstrual waste disposal, which can perpetuate the harmful practices of waste disposal simply because the girls don't know any better.
And cultural taboos and stigma also play a significant role. The topic of menstruation in many cultures and communities is seen as a taboo in and of itself, which prevents women, children, and men from even discussing the issue and seeking management for their menstrual waste disposal of their products. And this silence can lead to the perpetuation of misconceptions and myths, which only further complicates the problem.
These taboos can also lead to social exclusion and shame. Girls might feel too embarrassed to bring up their needs or ask for help when it comes to their cycle or how to dispose of their products.
There are several solutions we can consider. First is the need for implementing education and awareness about menstrual health and proper disposal methods in schools. Empowering these girls with this knowledge will allow them to make informed decisions about their health and their environment.
Agreed. But we also know that even if girls receive proper education as to why their current disposal methods might be harmful, we also know that they might not have access to other options, which is why it's so important for communities to be stepping up and offering these girls and women alternatives.
NGOs and governments can also play a huge role by providing them with menstrual products and ways of disposing the products in safe manners. For instance, in restrooms and public areas, by providing a bin specifically for menstrual waste products disposal, this ensures that the products are being disposed of in a safe manner and can really make a big difference.
Biodegradable sanitary products are another key solution that should be implemented. These are so much less harmful than plastic-based sanitary pads. The switch over from plastic to biodegradable products can also reduce environmental impacts.
Sustainable products such as menstrual cups and reusable cloth pads are great alternatives. They are cost-effective and can be used for very long periods of time. However, they do need to be cleaned thoroughly, so women and girls who end up using these products should be equipped with the knowledge on how to do so.
Yes, but I do feel like that's only a small part of the overall solution. Ideally, girls and women need better, more robust waste management systems. Governments can invest in infrastructure that deals specifically with this purpose. They can do this by ensuring that that incinerators and pits deal with the safe collection and disposal of menstrual waste products.
These incinerators that have been designed for this purpose can operate at very high temperatures in order to reduce the waste volume, to reduce harmful emissions, and to reduce the risk of disease transmission.
Incinerators can be a convenient way to dispose of menstrual waste products in inner city areas where this may prove to be a challenge normally.
They can safely burn used sanitary products, preventing environmental contamination and reducing the volume of waste. And by installing them in schools and public areas, we can create a centralized solution for menstrual waste disposal.
Another effective solution is the use of sanitary pits. These are specially designed pits that allow for menstrual disposal products to be buried. They're lined with materials that reduce contamination of groundwater, and overall they serve as low-cost, effective, environmentally friendly ways to dispose of waste.
In urban areas with limited spacing, these pits should definitely be constructed because they provide a centralized way of disposing the products. However, regular maintenance is definitely needed to prevent any sort of contamination that may result.
Governments and NGOs can help with this, as well as help with the construction of these facilities, such as incinerators and pits. They can also help with funding and provide technical expertise for the sustainability of such facilities.
Community workshops can definitely spread awareness about cultural taboos and promoting better hygiene practices.
Local governments can integrate these facilities into already existing waste management systems. They can also enforce regulations and rules to ensure that the standards of these facilities are met and maintained.
Community involvement is also essential. When communities are engaged in a process together, they're able to work on and more likely use these types of facilities. That's why it's important to train local women's groups and making sure these facilities are sustainable for the long term.
Waste disposal for menstrual health products is a multifaceted issue that requires a sort of comprehensive approach in order to actually meet the root of the problem. And this requires dispelling taboos, raising awareness, educating young girls and women, and also integrating productive and successful facilities. So, what are the next steps?
So here are some steps we can take. Advocate for education,
promote sustainable products,
support local governments and NGOs,
engage the community,
and break down taboos. By taking these steps, we can ensure that women have resources in order to safely manage their menstrual cycles with dignity.
It's up to all of us to bring attention to these issues and promote positive changes.
Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends and family.
Hit that subscribe button and press the bell notifications to get notified on all of our future videos.
If you have any comments, questions, concerns, feedback for us, leave them in the comments below and we'll be sure to check them out.
Bye!